Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tanya Lee, and welcome to Harmonia. And tonight we have a special All Signs live. Say hello. Let me know that you're here. This is not just on YouTube, but also on Facebook. So don't be shy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Star. My moderators are here. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. Welcome back, Michelle. Go ahead and say hello while you guys are all jumping on here. Welcome back, Allison. So I know this is not my typical night that I am on. My schedule has been a little bit chaotic, and I realize that. I do realize that. But I needed to take the weekend off. So I did. I took the weekend off, and it was glorious. And happy belated Mother's Day to the mothers out there and the mother figures. But yeah, so I took a day off, and we have All Signs. This is a little bit different. This isn't going to be just the next 7 days. This is going to be the rest of the month general reading, because this channel is going to be quiet for the rest of May. I am taking some massive downtime, take care of some personal stuff, but also to spend some time with my family as well. And I will definitely be peeking in on the post boards over at YouTube, but also will be over at Harmonia Friends Club, posting some of my vlogs and blogs over there. And there will be another bonus mid-month check-in that will continue to be at Harmonia Friends Club. It is being released. So yes, for those of you wondering where the hell I'm going to be, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be rejuvenating, getting refreshed and ready for June, because June, man, do I have some big surprises for you. But right now, we have a really big giveaway going on. Have you guys seen it yet? Have you seen it? Have you seen the Raven's Grimoire? We are giving away this beautiful journal. It is a leather-bound, handmade journal. I call it the Grimoire because you can basically put your affirmations, your rituals, whatever you want to put in there, your heart's desire. But also there's a little custom Raven pouch that slips onto the cover, and it's going to be filled with lots and lots of goodies, including hand-dipped chakra. And there's a couple of different, I think we have at least 10 more entries left. So if you do join Harmonia, make sure you visit the giveaway page, because you have to enter manually in order to jump in on this giveaway. So this is going on right now at Harmonia Friends Club. Once the spots are filled, they're filled. And then we're going to be announcing a winner at the end of the month. So super excited for that. And there's more giveaways to come as well. And these are the cards we're going to be using tonight. Tonight, we are using the traditional Terror of Traditions, and this is just another traditional Rider-Waite deck. It's a little bit more colorful and modernized, but I like it. We're going to be using the Modern Merlin Oracle deck. I love this Oracle deck. Have used this a little bit in March, but I decided I wanted to bring it back out this evening. We're going to continue to use one of my new favorite decks, which is the Unfolding Path Tarot. This will be for the main story. And this is also going to be the deck that's going to be used for the mid-month check-ins. And then everybody's going to get another, we did this before, but because I'm going to be gone for a while, everybody's going to get a spirit animal this evening for each individual sign. So make sure you guys are checking your placement for Sun, Moon, rising, and Venus. But first, as always, we start with the collective reading. The collective reading. Yeah, I'm really excited, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, beautiful. We're in the States and the journal I'm excited to give away because I'm trying to find some unique things. In the States, I live in the UP. I live in the UP, so Sophia. So I'm in Upper Michigan. I'm a transplant though here, but I've been living here for close to almost 5.5 years. But I'm going to be doing some traveling and doing stuff around the house. So I'm looking forward. I don't typically take really long breaks. This is the longest break I will be away. And I'm excited because there's some new things happening at Harmonia. If you guys have not visited the website, this would be the time to do so because there's lots of different changes on there. And the books are temporarily closed right now, but they're filling up. So the books are back open for July and moving forward. So make sure you guys are checking out for the books for all the different kind of reading styles. Obviously, Tier 2, The Fool's Journey, gets the best perks because you get discounts for your readings. Reminder, you guys should visit the discount page for your percentage readings off because they're big chunks, and I give back to my community. All right. Are you guys ready to see what our number is going to be for the rest of the month? Are we putting bets on now to see if it's going to be the number 10? Yeah. We seem to be getting the number 10 a lot. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, let's hone into the collective energy. What number is with us for the rest of the month? What number combo is going to be with us for the rest of the month? Here we go. Well, it's part of 10. We got 5. Hi, JC. Welcome back. I love this. All right. Rest of the month, it's all about changes, transformation. And here's the thing. These changes are setting a stepping ground. So look for the number 5, but also look for the number 1 and 4. 1, 4, 5 could also be 14, could be 41. But we have the number 5 here. And a lot of people don't like this number because it can be uncomfortable. All right. It's the conflict number. But what I love about this is there's something in particular that you're breaking that is allowing you to have a firmer foundation. 4s are all about stability and the structure. And so there's a structure that no longer serves us anymore. And we have to leave this part or portion away, collective. Whether this is old beliefs, whether this comes in relationships, whether this comes into a mindset, whether this comes into a version of you, there's something changing. And it's a drastic change. It's something here to step forward, stepping ground. It's a new beginning. It's a really, really strong new beginning here for my signs. All right, let's see what the Merlin card has to say. What's the overall energy here for the collective? This will play into all of our cards and readings this evening. Lineage. There we go. Now we got the 10, the 28. Nothing is forgotten. And I just had a deep conversation with a very dear friend of mine because we were talking about lineage and ancestral lineages and the energy that we are in with the planetary shifts, specifically Scorpio. And even in the retrogrades, I had brought this up, that there are things coming up in our lineage, whether it's our individuals and our ancestors have passed on, where we are purging things. It may not necessarily be all of ours, but it is allowing us to release for them. Huge. I had this last week with my mother. My mother has been gone for 13 years, and I had noted this in a blog post, on Thursday of last week in Harmonia Friends Club about how she was coming up again. And I realized a lot of this had to do with energy of seeing her perception, seeing her point of view, not just of her death, but of her life, of her timeline, and comparing it to how I had so much more respect where I did not have that respect at that particular time. I wasn't ready for that kind of respect. Let's see what the book has to say here about lineage. 28. The 28th of May may be a significant date for all of us. Keep that in mind. Collective, the word lineage refers to those who came before or the descendant from ancestry. When we talk about our lineage, we usually mean our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and beyond. We find immense value in knowing about our lineage as it can help us understand why we are the way we are. We may also find that certain skills, talents, characteristics, the preferences are found throughout our family lines, which can help us to understand ourselves and can contribute to the direction we choose to take our lives. And so that is so true, especially at a subconscious level, right? It says often strong magical skills like extrasensory or psychic abilities are found within a lineage and are passed from generation to generation. In the emerging multidimensional reality, there is no time as we have known it. Past, present, and future is a linear way of viewing time. And in multidimensionality, there is no separation between them. And that is true. And this is hard for a lot of individuals to see that or understand that. And not all of you get that. And that's totally okay. This is a channel about being open to possibilities. But what if it's all happening simultaneously? What if we are clearing things all around different eras, timelines? And this is where the quantum energy is coming in of how they are looking upon and how they are encircled up in us. It's not just our past lives. And I don't like to use the term past lives because they're not really to me in the past. They're here. You know, when we go into our past, and this is something that I always teach, right? And a lot of teachers teach this too, but when you do inner child work, when you do the shadow work, you're not meant to stay in the shadow in the past and keep peeling it. No, it's to evaluate it, see it, hear it, acknowledge it, and then get the hell out of there. You accept the situation for what it is. For what it is. If you look in different mythologies as well, the Norse, they don't look at the past. The present to them is part of the past. The past is part of the present. So when you do things like runes, you'll see a lot of the rune spreads where they'll only talk about the present and the future because the past is kind of part of the present. It's like once it's done, it's done. You can't do anything with it. And a lot of us get stuck in that. Old belief systems, old paradigms, and we are seeing this in a collective way change everywhere for us. In our society, in politics, in family, in friends, it's everywhere. But it has a significant purpose, right? All right. I'm going to ask the cards who we are. And typically, I like to do this for each individual sign, but we're going to focus on a little bit differently for each sign here with using the animal spirit. So let's just see collectively where we stand right now or who we are. Oh, I love this. You can't get better than this. We are all fools. We are all the fool. The fool is the card that goes through every one of the major arcana. In fact, when I teach that, that's part of the fool's journey. That's why Fool's Journey is part of Harmonia Friends Club. You are the fool. There's not a time in your life when you're not the fool. You're always going to be learning something new. But how you perceive it is going to be up to you. Now, the fool can, obviously have foolish things, make mistakes. But the whole part of it is to look up, to be optimistic. And I like how there's a face here because it almost feels like a family line. The history, our ancestors watching over us. So we are in the precipice here of a journey. What is our strength? What is our strength for the rest of this month? Judgment time. Told you it's an ending. I told you it's an ending. But this ending here, which feels like a ginormous test, is part of the lifetime. This is part of what happens. I just heard Berkana. The room Berkana is all about a life cycle. And our strength is in our life cycles, in the fact that when we're ready to make a change, It's looking up as to where we're going to ascend next. And then this part of this card would be ascension here of like going from, this world to heaven. But it doesn't have to be this drastic. It could also be another version of us. What reality are we choosing? This is our strength. Judgment is our strength. What is our challenge? This is going to be the cards that come up with the reversals for our zodiac sign readings. Our challenge. Our past. I mean, these cards are just lining up to everything we just said here, right? Our past. Our relationships. The soulmates. Nostalgia. This feels like home. These are our family members. These are our children. This is a challenge, are these relationships here and what we pass on to us. And some are not ready to break certain lineage patterns, but we have to offer, some understanding to why certain patterns can't be broken in this lifetime. Sometimes we're meant to clear those patterns. And that happens to a lot of us, especially for for individuals who consider them light workers, where they've had a challenging life, had all the bad shit happen to them, had a tough childhood, anything. It doesn't even have to be horrific, but enough where you realize that you were the black sheep of the family or you were not understood. But it took you to leave. It took you to part ways. It took you to be authentic. It took you to be true. Like, that's huge. So the challenge here is our past. And it is very challenged because a lot of people get stuck in the past. You can't change it. All right. Taurus is up. We're going to always start with Taurus. Happy birthday out there, Taurus. And then we're going to move our way down in order with the zodiac signs. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder, if you are watching for other individuals, like cross-watching, the story might be vice versa. Okay? Keep that in mind. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force it to fit. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing. Hi, Lily. Welcome back. Are you back from the gym? You get stuck in the past. Well, let me just state this about the past, because we are human. We all do this. It's easy to get stuck up and stung, really, right? It's like when we start ruminating on things, it's our awareness that as we ruminate, it's our awareness to shift it, and it's our responsibility to do something about it. That's the part where a lot of individuals will deny, or they'll bypass, or they'll say, I'm not doing that right now, and avoid. The avoidance comes in with not wanting to feel a particular way. It's uncomfortable, especially when you had really heartbreaking incidents or betrayal, or where forgiveness is asked, not because it's forgiveness on the other person, but forgiveness on the area and place that you played your part. All right. Reversals are now up. Taurus, let's see how you're going on here for the rest of the month. Reminder that the mid-month check-ins is still happening at Harmonia. It's just different right now, because I'm usually here every week, but I'm not going to be here every week. So I'll see you guys back in June. So make sure you become a member if you want to see more all signs readings, because they will be released only at the members area. All right. Ooh, look at all the smoke. There's a smoke signal coming here. Who's blowing smoke here? We have the Five of Swords. Star. Aquarius energy. You feel the smoke signals of somebody. Who did you piss off? Who did my little bulls piss off? I feel there is a situation here, a connection, and it's definitely someone from your past, all right, that may have blown smoke up your ass here with however they treated you, but came to the point here where you had no other reason than to leave. But whatever is going on for you for the rest of May is healing, vulnerability, being authentic, holding your guard and your boundaries. And when I say holding your guard and boundaries, it's because you're not acting fast to return communication or to entertain an individual here who may be trying to get your attention, whether this is through messages, whether this is through social media, whether this is through other individuals. You have a person here who just says, I'm not done with you yet, but you're done. This Taurus is. Yeah. They're restless. They don't like this quietness. You got an individual here who took a break from you thinking, I showed Taurus. But what's happening is this energy here of whatever the separation is, it's not comfortable for you, but you don't want to lose sleep on this anymore. And this is an individual here that is becoming restless with an unbothered. Let's see why you're unbothered. Why is this Taurus unbothered? Oh, because you're not forcing something anymore. You put your wand down. Okay. You're taking different actions here. You're not being the chaser. You're not being the go-getter. You're not creating anything. You just walked away. So this Taurus walked away. And so I feel like what's happening for you is, you've been so burnt out by a person here who burnt you, and whatever smoke they're trying to get to you or trying to get underneath your skin, it's not really going to work. But I also don't see you doing much in the limelight. I feel like whatever is seen by you is that you're healing. You're with individuals or you're with yourself. But I feel like you're in a connection here that you've made a judgment call. You've made a judgment call. This is your strength. You're choosing to let something or someone go. You're not fighting for this anymore. And if this isn't romantic, this is just not trying to showcase your point of view. Let someone feel like they won, not because you give up, but because it was causing a tremendous amount of energy that was draining you to prove yourself. And so this is for Taurus who's like, I don't need to prove myself anymore. This person's manipulative. Yeah. You are staying grounded. This is you nurturing yourself. This is your card. I feel like the best thing you did was step away from a person. You are focused on the more practical things. That's your family. That's your finances. Some of you, it's just your well-being, your health. You might even change your health around here. You might be like, okay, I'm joining the gym or I'm going to see a nutritionist, but you're doing something here that feels healthy to you, Taurus. And that's what I like to see for you for this month. So you're working on your well-being. Someone here has, does not like the energy of you moving away, but it is what it is. Let's see what animal spirit here is here with you. Keep a lookout here for this animal. They're not always, some of them are mythic animals, so just keep that in mind. Ooh, the peacock. Revel with pride and beauty, 22. But you know what? The peacock can be showy when they're ready, and that's no different than the star. You have pride in the fact that you step back, but also that you don't have to prove yourself to an individual. And I feel like revel in the beauty here is revel in the beauty of life and the changes that you're willing to make because you do know your worth and you're not going to allow somebody to devalue you. So this is a beautiful card, and peacocks have a lot of high prosperity as well. So look out for money changes here and confidence. This is about being confident on who you are, how you show up for the rest of the month. All right, that's what I got. Your mid-month check-in will be over at Harmonia Friends Club at the end of the week. All right, Gemini will be next. Taurus left the building. I don't blame you, Lily. You got to do what you got to do to take care of your energy. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Look, a card has fallen already. Reminder, Gemini, that there will also be a bonus mid-month check-in over at Harmonia Friends Club. We have the Three of Wands reverse. Turning around. Gemini, you're taking a pause. This has to do with your past. Oh, but you're clearing. And I'm apparently clearing for you because I can feel it in my throat. This feels actually very similar to the energy of what I just cleared last week. There's something about your past that is being triggered. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, I mean, some of you feel like you're over this or over scenario, or maybe it's somebody who has passed away as well, who had some unfinished business, or, you know, maybe you feel responsible, like you hold up a line, but this, whoever passed away or who was out of the past did not have the strength and courage that you have. Remember the judgment, the calls, the judgment call. And so there's something coming up in your life, Gemini, where you're feeling really guided to look back, not to stay stuck. And if you didn't listen to the collective reading, go back to it. Not to stay stuck, but to look upon it and gain a new perception. This is going to be huge for you, because whatever this perception is, it's about an individual who could not give you properly what you needed. This person could not give you properly what you needed. Okay. There was an immaturity here. It was based upon conditions. It wasn't unconditional. So if this was a parent, this could have been a parent that could not play a particular role that they should have as a parent, and they couldn't do it. If this is a loved one, like an ex or any kind of relationship, really, it doesn't have to be romantic, but somebody here may have appeared older, appeared wiser, but really the immaturity in them is because they couldn't handle something. They couldn't do it. And whatever it is, you were in this fishbowl with them. So you experience something with this individual. So in a subconscious level, this is coming up for you, and it's a huge gift. It's a change. This has to do with your confidence. This has to do with your ability to achieve. It has to do with your ego. Sometimes your ego needs to be stroked with validation, like I'm doing a good job, to feel like you're important. Now, this isn't to call you out, Gemini. These are areas where you don't feel confident enough with what you just bring to the table. And so this is happening for you this month, whether it's happening because of a past scenario that you're triggered with, or an individual in your life, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who reminds you a lot of the past. It's like, why am I feeling this way? And it's a person who is doing this to you. It's a person, whether they're from the past or whether it's somebody here who's marrying someone who reminds you of somebody from your past. But you feel defeated, or that you have to puff yourself up to look up for like particular way to prove yourself to this person. This has to do with something in a level that is keeping you from practicing or overexerting yourself to not get started. So this would be a Gemini who is forever the student. We're all students, but this is someone here who who could never level up to a teacher because they're consistently having to get a degree until they have the best of the degree to get started on anything. So this is a person here who's a little bit of a perfectionist, or gets into something, or it's like, I got to do this. I got to do that first. I can't do this because I have to do that. This is a person here who's just got to do certain things in order to play a specific part. And there's something here where somebody is triggering this wound in you this month, whether this is a workplace, whether this is love, whether this is an old memory of like, why can't I get started? Some of you, it's business. Some of you have some amazing ideas to start entrepreneuring, making money independently, and you're scared shitless because somebody told you it was hard. Somebody told you, oh, well, you can't do that unless you have X, Y, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole damn alphabet, all different order. You can change this. And what's amazing is we're in the moon energy still. Okay. The moon here, Pisces. These are your fears. These are only fears. You have to start looking and trusting your intuition. And this month, it's about facing fears, trusting your gut, and doing it anyways. And if you mess up, it's okay. It's part of the path. You accept it for what it is. Now, that's easier said than done. I know. I get it. But this is what's happening to you this month. Okay. This moon energy is bringing up a lot of hidden fears or things from the past. And a lot of it has to do with stage fright. Afraid of the future, afraid of failure. What animal spirit is with you for the rest of the month? Reminder, you can also check your mid-month check-ins. That's going to be released in Harmonia Friends, which is a bonus. Basically like this, but the bonus. The animal that's with you. Whew. Embrace change and embrace adventure. 11. You got the horse. This animal is liberation and freedom. Okay, freedom, but it's about going after. And there's just something here where you need to embrace the change of old patterns, old habits, that you're going to get through this. And that the adventure here is not about being perfect. The adventure here is never about being perfect. Remember, you're the fool. We're all the fool. So it's okay if we're foolish. It's okay. We made mistakes. We learn from them. Do not get discouraged by your courage. All right, that's what I got. Let's move on to Cancer. I feel you on the autocorrect. Autocorrect always makes me sound, I don't know, very special. My curse words like say things like quack, quack you. I'm like, wait, what? No, what's going on? And then sometimes there's words that get in there that I don't even understand how it becomes part of my auto dictionary on my phone. Very special. I'm very good at reading special text though. I mean, someone could send me something that is, and I think it's because I'm dyslexic, but I swear I can read in between the lines. Most of the text where someone's like, I don't even know if you know what that means. I know. I'm like, I know exactly what that meant. Don't you worry. My telepathy went in. Don't you worry. Doesn't matter even if you spelled it right. I'd probably still have some idea. I'm honed in. Oh, I gotta clean these glasses. First, I thought it was the smoke, but apparently no, it's just my glasses that are really filthy. All right, here we go. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, this is for the rest of the month. Reminder that there's going to be a bonus mid-month check-in only at Harmonia Friends Club. I will be silent on this channel and I'm sorry I keep repeating this, but I have to because people do timestamps. I will be silent here on this channel for a while, so the only updates you'll receive is Harmonia Friends Club. I'll be back in June. All right, Cancer. Ooh. It's your card, King of Cups. I think you have a whole new perception on your past. I really feel like, Cancer, you're in a very forgiveness kind of stage, whether it's forgiving you or forgiving another. But, the King of Cups reverse can be someone here who's very up and down in their emotions. Could be, and I'm not saying you're manic, but it feels like that. It feels like somebody here who's happy one minute and all of a sudden can cry and it's like, what's going on? But that's a Cancer, right? That's just how Cancer is. They're in the feels a lot. But there's just something here that it's like how the ship comes sailing in. I feel like as quickly as it comes in, it leaves you. And that's how emotions work. And there's something here about the rest of the month that your perception is in the release of these emotions, whether it's like all of a sudden a super high and crying because you're happy, and all of a sudden a second later you're crying because you're sad because you have a past memory. It's all good. It's all good. It's all about love, peace. You're not holding back your tears. You're not holding back your emotions anymore. And I feel like at one point you were. So this is for Cancer here who looks at a relationship differently. Whether this is a relationship with your inner child or a specific part, a specific version of you, or with a specific person from your past, whether this was a loved one or an ex, whatever it is. I love how she's holding the Two of Cups and kind of looking up at the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is, we got 5 here. That was our number. But, Five of Cups is usually about loss or guilt or shame, but you're looking at it differently now. You don't feel guilt or shame. You just feel love. You have some options coming up that you're perceiving differently now. Some of you maybe have not chosen specific ways because of guilt or because not feeling good enough. Could be self-worth as well. But you do have something coming up. There's your happiness. There it is, Leo energy. This is your time. This is your time to shine. There's a rebirth happening for you for at least the rest of the month here, and it's about your happiness and going after what you desire and what you want and not feeling guilty about it. And that's going to be huge for this Cancer. You're ready. You're aligned. Some of you, you're entering a new relationship and maybe either you're feeling guilty because of an old relationship. Some of you, this new relationship is a new relationship with yourself. But I'm really seeing the Two Cups here, and the Two Cups she's holding. There's something that's aligned to you. So there's something here that you're integrating. This could even be a new version of you. But Sagittarius energy here, this could also be another individual. So it could be a person too. And it doesn't have to be romantic. But if it is a person here that you are collaborating with or really deepening a bond with, friendship, career, love, it's a nice and easy, slow pace. You're doing this and you're like, I'm feeling good about the pace that I'm doing things. I'm not feeling guilty. I feel good. You're being who you are. And that's how this individual is too. It's a really nice alignment. It's love. It's unconditional love. So if it's a person, it's bringing unconditional love towards you. Very different from what you've had in the past. Yeah. And this is something here that I'm not going to lie, it's going to bring up some past wounds because especially when we are integrating and making a lot of changes in our lives and all of a sudden we get like, I'm going through it. And then you're like, I feel like an imposter. I don't know if I'm that good enough to do it. We can have doubts. So the doubts, they're not going to be non-existent, but spirits let you know, be aware of them. Be aware that they're just thoughts. Don't take the sleepless nights about it. Don't, I mean, this is a card here about your mental state. So, you know, if you're feeling restless, it has to do with not unsure of which way to go, but really you already know what makes you happy. And some of you are afraid of the happiness because you're afraid of rejection, or you're afraid it's going to go to shit again, or you're afraid you're going to be taken advantage of. But Spirit's saying this is the time for you to trust your judgment. Your strength is that you've come really far to make the moves that you have, and we're not perfect. But honor the version of who you are, or at least integrating that they are the ones who knows what decisions to make. That's how you shift. That's how you align to what you would consider your higher self. And there will always be a higher self, because once we get to that version, then we have another one, right? Never stops. What animal is with you for the rest of the month, Cancer? Ooh, the frog. Look at this. Perfect. Embrace emotions and find emotional balance. This is awesome. Frogs are all about prosperity as well. Good luck, especially. I have my little money frog on my altar as well. So you may want to consider having a little frog on your altar, but look out for the frogs. This is about allowing yourself that emotional balance. The 15th, we are coming up here. So that may be also a significant day for you coming up this week. All right. That's what we have for Cancer. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up. You have a money frog. I like him. He's cute. He's got a little coin in his mouth. I gotta dust that. Gotta dust it. I just looked over and I was like, it looks a little dusty. That's not good. Keep your altars clean. Respect them, guys. I'll be doing that tonight. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for you for the rest of the month. Reminder, there will be a bonus mid-month check-in at the end of this week, only found at Harmonia Friends Club, along with all of the announcements for the rest of the month, because I will be on vacation. So I'll see you guys back in June. Leo, here we go. King of Wands. It's you. Ooh. This is hidden. Okay, so there is something coming up from your past, but here's the thing. I don't think you're identifying it as the past. Some of you aren't feeling well. Some of you feel lethargic, tired, irritable, like annoyed, feel like you know better. There's something here where you're acting out of character, but at the same time, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I so irritable? But I feel like this is an internal battle. I don't feel like you're necessarily saying this out loud. If people do know it, it might be people who are shifting near you, but there's something here about procrastinating, just low energy, not wanting to pursue anything. But at the same time, it's like, what is this? What the hell is this? Why can't I get through something? You're actually doing some immense healing. Immense healing. And this is in the subconscious level. So there's some things that you can't even see, but recognize and pay attention if there's past memories that come up. And it might be the weirdest or silliest thing. Like maybe you think of something like when you were a child, or maybe you think of something here with an ex. Don't ignore it. For this month, pay attention, because you have a huge capacity here to be very vulnerable when it comes to emotions and allowing it to come through. Not to take over you, to come through. The Star is a very healing card, but it's also about recognition. And there's something here about recognizing and being vulnerable when it comes to something that you are feeling discomfort on. Some of you are afraid to ask for help, get advice, or afraid to look a particular way because, I don't know, you could have the good girl or good boy kind of attitude, or you're trying to hold it all down because maybe you're a leader. Maybe, this could be a leader or father. You have to look a particular part. If it was a male, this would be a male who's like has a lot of stress and doesn't necessarily externalizes it, but internalizes it because they have to be strong. But that's just a belief, isn't it? This could also have to do with financial matters. This could also do with an individual who you feel you're being used by. Some of you, this is a corporation. Some of you, this is a boss. Some of you, this is a narcissistic parent or spouse. But I feel used. And it is something that, even though it's externally around you, it's actually triggering a much older wound. It's your challenge. This individual is your challenge. This is a little bit similar to the one I had in the beginning where I said, some people come in and remind you of the past. This is what it feels like. It doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody from your past, but it's definitely somebody here that's triggering an old wound. Seven of Swords. It may be their truth, but it's not your truth. You feel this individual is keeping secrets from you. You feel like this person here is omitting the truth. It's like in their favor on how they do it. This person's very showy. This person may look like they have a lot of money, but they don't. They would be the one who has like the nice car, but necessarily like they have a ridiculous amount of credit card bills. But here's the thing. You are learning to be authentic. And there's just something about this character or this individual in your life that is poking at you to keep you from moving forward, moving on in a peaceful way. And there's a part of you that's stuffing an emotion down, saying, I'll get through it, I'll get over it. But this is the time to actually be aware of it. Be aware of it. The Empress. Dang, Taurus and Libra energy. Leo, this is your way, and it doesn't matter if you have a wounded masculine energy around you, okay? But you also have a wounded masculine energy that's meant to be cleared this month. So when you have the divine feminine here, she is one who is well received. She knows her worth, and she does what she needs to do to protect. And there, even though this is, an energy of an individual here who may feel used and irritable and doesn't understand, even though this person doesn't technically have control over them, they feel controlled by them, by their actions. So whatever actions that this individual does to you this month, you are being asked here to be sovereign and to remember who you are. And that may mean just going through an individual, being unbothered, but still taking on the weight of carrying something of a new creation. Okay. So there is something that you're protecting this month, but there's also somebody here who is really affecting your energy this month. So you have to do what you got to do to protect your energy. The animal that is with you. Oh my gosh, rogue. Expand your limits, explore the unknown. It's time for you to go rogue. You got 2 cards here of rogue. Okay. 46 comes to a 10. It's a rebirth. Okay. Go silent. The silence here is not just go silent on an individual. Don't share this person's, don't let this person know the moves or the reactions. The reactions here for you with the Rogue card is to take actions that are of mystery. I love this for you. Even as a spirit animal, I just like, this is perfect for you. This is a mythic card here. It's like you're going rogue. You're doing something here. You're going on the fool's journey, but this is your rebirth. Don't let somebody's take your rebirth away. And so you're making some silent moves this month. And I feel like there is something from your past that is coming up that is not meant to be shed or here anymore. And it's coming up to let you know this person is doing something that doesn't feel good to you. So they're helping you. All right. Let's move on to Virgo. Yeah, the animal spirit cards are great. I like them because they're kind of like, it's not just animals. It's like mythic cards, and they have some like cards like that, like Rogue. But they work really nice with the messages. True, Michelle. All right, we have Virgo up next. Oh, yeah, it's definitely summertime coming here. I'm already feeling it. But I am so hot. Like hot, not like I'm hot, like I get. And so I have the fan on like high on me and I'm sweating. So just turn the air down on my feet. Feels so good. All right. Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder, your mid-month check-in will be at the end of this week over at Harmonia Friends Club. It's a bonus reading. I will be back here in June. Okay, so quiet. Chance to be quiet. Virgo, it's your energy. Is it the Knight of Pentacles? Sure is. Something's not going at your pace. Instability. Oh, yeah. Okay. These are all reversed, but we're going to take them upright. We know the challenge here is a person. Whether this is a version of you, whether this is a person from your past, whether this is an ex, this is an individual here you could have had children with. You are at a stage for this month where it's really hard to manage it all when an individual is consistently bringing up the past to you. To you. I feel that there are certain goals that you can't achieve because somebody here is keeping you stuck. And even though you may have moved on from this person, have created space from this individual, somebody here feels that whatever opportunity they missed, they can gain back with victim mentality. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Their emotions. This individual is using their emotions. But you're smarter than that. You've been through this before with this individual. And so you're not necessarily buying into the lies, but I think that you have somebody here, even though you may have boundaries in place, that is finding their way energetically to fuel off you. That's why I said some of you may have kids with this individual. So it's like if you split up with this person, Virgo, this is something here where you have something mutually going through and it's affecting the entire unit of some sort. If this isn't a family thing, this could be work related here too, where somebody here has to have a particular way, but it's like, I can't get my work done because this individual sucks the life out of everybody else. And then I end up not getting anybody's work done and I become a therapist for everybody. There's a lot of responsibility that this Virgo has this month. Woo. But is realizing they can't keep going this way. So you got your running shoes on. You're looking at opportunities and you're looking and finding a way to create even more distance. But this distance or creating this distance lights you up. Okay. Some of you, it's like, I'm going to put in time for some vacation. Some of you, it's like, I am just going to block and no more. I'm going to really set these boundaries. I'm going to do it. But you are, some of you are relocating, even going as far as relocating, but you are making a big move. And you may not feel like you have enough stability to make this big move, but what you're in now is even worse. And so for you, it's all about a bigger offer, a bigger opportunity. You're not missing this offer. I also feel like you're receiving an offer, whether this is an extension of help, whether this is a new love offer. But I feel for some of you, this is support in a huge way this month. This is genuine support. This is something here where you're not going to be paying it back. It's not a loan. It's nothing like that. It's unconditional. So somebody here is offering you some assistance unconditionally. Some of you, the strength is because you're going through a divorce or you're going through a job loss. But whatever it is, this loss is, you would rather make a big move than stay in the stagnant energy with this individual. Yeah, because it's affecting you. It's affecting your health. It's affecting your income. It's affecting your ability to nurture, to care, and so you are not this move that you make this month maybe looked upon or perceived by another, which it doesn't really matter, but just so you know, as being selfish, as being, oh, look at Virgo with their, I don't know, shiny new job, or going to get their degree, or their new relationship. What a show off for Virgo. But this is an individual here that missed a shot with you, or missed an opportunity here to work with you, collaborate with you, do things differently. They didn't. But you can't keep doing that either. So you're evaluating, you're looking at it. Remember, these were all reversed. You're looking at that. And even though it may look like you're selfish or you're needy, you're not, because someone is offering you something genuine. Let's see what animal spirit is with you for the rest of the month. Look out for this animal or mythic creature, whatever it is. 43 comes to a 7, the camel. Endure difficulties with patience and resilience. And you have been very patient, but I feel like whatever journey you're going about on here, it's about your emotions. This is about your self-love, and be wary on who you invite into your energy, because you have been giving freely or allowing someone to take because of someone's poor attitude or woe is me, guilt. I feel like you're guilted by an individual. So Spirit's saying, don't forget your reserves, be resilient, and know that you really don't need a lot to be doing this kind of move. You just have to accept. Get the help. All right. Let's move on to Libra. My scales are next. We have Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and the bonus. All right, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder, your mid-month check-in will be bonus. Will be only found at Harmonia Friends Club, and I will be back in June, so this channel will be quiet for a little bit, but I'll be back. Libra. Seven of... Ooh, hold on. That's a message. Well, that was interesting. There we go. So my mic just went, but that becomes a message. So there's something here that is going to be breaking communication. Breaking communication, confusion. Going to add some confusion because I feel like once you say yes to something, once you make clarity on something, I don't know, or someone, that's where all of a sudden you're going to be hearing some news. So let's see what this news is about. Seven of Cups to the Two of Cups. Libra. Libra, there's a new connection here. And some of you, this connection is with you. You're integrating a version of you in a very loving way. Okay. Not saying you're making out with yourself, but there's this energy here of really, really seeing a change, a transformation. I feel like you are grabbing an opportunity to connect with an individual. Some of you, like I said, this connection is with your higher self and saying, you know what, why not go after this? I shouldn't feel guilty. Cancer kind of got this too, but there's something here that in the past was a challenge. Okay. Maybe you weren't ready to date. Maybe you had a hard time getting over somebody. Maybe you had a hard time getting over a version of you or staying stuck in your past. Some of you, this is a relationship where it's work related, where you kind of stop being a dreamer. But I feel like you have clarity, and I feel like there is a big opportunity here for you. Doc agrees. He's meowing like crazy in the background. But this is death. This is a change. It's a transformation. And it's a needed change, and you had change all here. Don't forget you had the 5 here too. So there's a massive change coming your way when it comes to a connection. Let's see what this is going on. Ooh, you were really hung up on this or this person. But this is something here that was stagnant as hell. You weren't going anywhere. And you weren't really allowing yourself to be in charge. But there's something here where you are taking charge. And some of you, it's that reparenting of your inner child and saying, you know what? I know we're scared of that, but I'm choosing to be open to relationships. I'm choosing to be open to opportunities, connections. This is huge for Libra. So what was broken down, like that echo that came in, what we thought we wanted at one point, an echo of the past. Thank you, Spirit. What we thought that we wanted at one point is an echo of the past. It was actually allowing us to really integrate what we truly desired. And Spirit's been here the whole damn time. Chariot is Cancer energy. I keep getting Cancer, so you may have Cancer in your chart, but Cancer has a very similar energy that's coming up here. Look at this. The 2 of Wands here reversed. The challenge here was waiting on an opportunity of something to rekindle, reconnect, having to make it like, I don't know. I feel like if you put something down like an old dream, if this doesn't involve a person, if you put like an old dream down, I feel like you had expectations of it happening a particular way, but there's something happening for this month where you're revisiting and traveling something new and you're excited about this beaten path. Remember, you're the Fool. There's also 2 cards here of traveling, and I feel like this is unexpected traveling. So this could be an unexpected meetup. This could be meeting somebody on the road or on a flight or wherever you're traveling to, but it's off the beaten path. It's something here that you haven't considered it to actually be what you truly wanted or desired. So it's a good thing. It's an opportunity where it's like, well, I'm not going after the past, but I guess I just got to do this. What is this bringing? Look at this. Look at this. Page of Swords. Insight. It's going to allow you to get some kind of clarity about why something ended. And this ending doesn't look so damn sad anymore. Look at these two birds up here. Some of you, you are about to meet your love match. Others of you, this is a connection here that's going to allow you to grow in a really cool way. Okay. It could even be a new friendship, could be a new opportunity here for work. But I feel like you're going to see why a chapter had to end a specific way. So this new chapter could begin. And also a reminder to leave the past in the past. And you may have the past that's spying on you, but that doesn't mean they have to be on stage anymore, does it? They just quietly probably are watching. And they can't really do anything because you've closed the doors. You've allowed something to transpire. Remember, your strength is judgment. You're able to ascend something. See the light, how something came in, and not in a judgmental way, not in a rude way. It's just things didn't work out and something was a miss out. Somebody here missed out with you. What animal, spirit, or mythic creature is here with you for the rest of the month? Cobalt. I love this. So this is really cosmic energy. It says protector of animals, guide of the wild nature, 39. So the cobalt is all of the animals, but it's also the ability here to showcase how protected you are. And this journey here is stating when you see certain animals transition in a level of like, oh, I saw, like you see patterns in animals, right? But they are specifically leading you to an opportunity or a connection. So spirit is really saying, look out for the cobalts, look out for the patterns in the animals that are right in front of you, or you see a lot, or, you may even see on a t-shirt, or you may see on social media, but there's something here where this person and this opportunity is going to have a cobalt. It's going to have an animal that is going to be recognized here for the opportunity. So look out for it. And some of you, it's a tiger. Okay. A tiger. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Hello, Shay. Welcome back. Reminder, guys, if you want to join the chit chat happening over on YouTube, I know I got people on Facebook too, but for my YouTube followers or who are thinking of following, you have to subscribe to enter the chat. And once you subscribe, you got to wait 5 minutes, but then you can join on in. Okay. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for the rest of the month. Reminder, your mid-month bonus check-in, because I don't typically do rest of the months here on the public channel, but I'm going to be on hiatus until June. So this channel is going to be a little bit quiet. The only way to get new content really is at Harmonia Friends Club. So go ahead, become a member so you can get your bonus readings and vlogs and channel messages and the whole timeless vault to hold you over till June. Otherwise, I'll see you back then. All right, let's see what's going on, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Empress, reversed. Well, you're definitely in the past. But it's coming up for a reason because you have something solid in front of you. You do. And it's going to be asking you to go off the beaten path here. Could be dealing with a Taurus. This did not go as planned. I know Scorpios love hard. That's a fact. That's that much I can say. But I also feel this energy of somebody here that you've been enabling. And some of you don't want to hear this because you're like, that's not enabling this. But there are certain behaviors of an individual that you have been going above and beyond to take care of. This individual Heavily, I have Taurus here, whether you're married to them, whether you, I don't know. I feel a lot of loyalty with this person. So if it's not a long-term connection, it could also be a job that you're very loyal to. But this person is not capable of really taking care of individuals because they don't know how to take care of themselves. So this person may have some issues when it comes to even being a really good parent. But if they're a boss, they're an individual who cares really more for their selfish needs. And then they prey off others by saying, well, I can't do it. Can you do it for me? So this is an individual here who has an expectation on the Scorpio to solve all the life problems and the world. You know, you are realizing you're not doing this person a favor. And there's something here where there's some guilt and shame because not only did you put a lot of time and effort in here, but you really thought that this person had the potential to be better. But potential is really nothing. And you're starting to see that. You have also a 5 here, and this is another 5. So you're done with feeling guilty for falling in love with potential. You have a good heart. But you are more focused on opportunities that see you, value you, and stand by you. So you're breaking a tradition. You're going against the structure now. This is the Taurus energy. You are realizing that if this person is in a student level, the best way to teach an individual is by example. So you are looking upon something in commitment as I'm non-committal to this now. I can't commit to that. I'm finding my own things and belief structures that are good for me. I know it's not going to always be an easy path for me. So you're going through a really big shift. This is huge. Huge lessons here for this Scorpio. Huge. There we go. 2 of Cups reversed. You are separating from an individual. And if you're not separated now, or if you're already separated, you're finally letting this go. You're finally letting the guilt go. You're finally forgiving your part of the story. Forgiveness is never about the other person. It just isn't. But this connection had its part. But you're realizing that the part it had was sucking away your breath, your life. And so this is something here where you're ending a connection or you're finally breaking the cord or cutting the cord energetically. Yeah. 4 of Wands here reversed. It had its part. It's had its part. There was an opportunity here where I feel you were supporting this individual. It cheered on, and this person here was really happy with you, but then they couldn't keep up. They couldn't live in the role that you saw them in. They couldn't achieve that. And that's the reality of it. It's something here where this is sadness, but it's a Scorpio here who's like, I'm facing the sadness. It didn't work out. And there's a reason why it didn't work out. And I'm sad because I wanted it to work out. And there's nothing wrong with that. There absolutely is nothing wrong with that, Scorpio. But this is what you're going to be focused on this month. Connections, relationships, your soul tribe, your friends. Some of you use your girlfriends or your boyfriends, whatever it is, but it's your community. You are breaking away from paradigms that no longer serve you and leaning on relationships that light you up, that encourage you. And if you're not doing that now, this is the time here to realize it's only short loneliness, but there's an ability here to join groups. Some of you, it's tribes like Harmonia or a counseling like group therapy. It's something here where individuals see you, hear you, value you. This was devaluing your worth and your support. And I feel the sadness here because I feel like you got a big heart. Okay. Last message here for you. Spirit says, look out for the boar. 36. Well, 36 comes to what? We have 6, we have 7, 8, 9. So it comes to a 9. This is about your attainment. It says, be brave. Defend what is yours. Defend what is yours. Okay. Boars are very territorial. But I feel like right now it's about having proper boundaries and realizing that not everybody belongs into your circle. Okay. And be brave, because I feel someone here is kind of beating you down, and Spirit's saying it's not about proving yourself. It's being brave to walk your path. Walk your path. You don't have to prove yourself to this person we're shit anymore. They'll figure it out. And if they don't, that's on them. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. Did you, Lily? That's interesting. Intriguing. Yeah, you felt that Scorpio reading was... Yeah, sometimes if you're cross-watching, the roles can be reversed. That happens. That's quite common. These are collective general readings, so keep that in mind. Allison, that's amazing. I'm very proud of you. It's happening a lot. I mean, especially in this full moon energy. It was, with Scorpio, like, these are some big changes we're going through, transitions, but it's about our courage, and really, like, we can't hide from this anymore. I mean, how many 10s did we get last month? The universe was preparing us that, hey, a rebirth is happening. May is about the changes, and these changes are structures that do not serve us anymore. Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder that the bonus mid-month check-in will only be found at Harmonia Friends Club, released later this week, and that this channel will be quiet until June. So make sure you become a member so you can check out the timeless vaults and the content over there, or, return back in June. I'll miss you guys. Saggy, we have the 10 of Swords. 7 of Swords reverse. Okay. It's over. The secrets are all out. You're not an item. You're not at this place anymore. You're not collaborating. It's done. Is it painful? I can't sugarcoat it. No. It's more than just pain. It's a new beginning for you. But it's all out. You were unhappy. The situation was unhappy. What happened to you made you unhappy. And there was also you constantly wondering what was going on, because you felt like somebody was lying to you or keeping something from you, and you were right. You were 100% right. Your intuition was spot on. This person was no good. It stung. It stung. I don't know if they went towards another individual. I don't know if you were not picked on something, but this hurt. It's bringing all kinds of wounds out from you. Okay. Inner child wounds, everything, but it's an ending, but it's also a beginning, because now you're free. You're free of this. You're free of this shit. There's only one way when we hit a rock bottoms. One way, right? One way up. The Emperor reversed, Aries, power hungry, narcissistic. They don't give two shits about Sagittarius. Doing it for the money, doing it for the looks, doing to look a certain part, needing to control the scenario, the situation, blaming you, projecting on you, making moves that strategically hurt you and they know it. All for what? The money? What they could have for an embrace for a hot minute, hot second? They don't understand the opportunity that they just threw up in the air. I really feel you're the Ace of Pentacles because this is your offer. This is your opportunity, okay? Somebody threw it away. Threw it away. That's just junk. But there's more to it. It's your value. This is actually happening for you in a really big way. Because I feel like because this person is discarding you, dismissing you, it's keeping you out of some weird social circle that really was not your cup of tea anyway. You would have felt so controlled in this environment. Some of you, this is a job, but others of you, it's a relationship where somebody here was non-committal or just gaslighting you and going back and forth between other individuals. And it's like, I'm just with all this person's lemmings. This person's controlling the scenario. I mean, some of them, it's their family members, right? You'll never be able to change their minds. And that happens a lot with narcissistic relationships. They will always turn the story around or switch it around when it comes to their family and everything about how horrible you were as an individual. Let them go after whatever shininess there is, because this was not meant to serve you either. You also need to start listening to your intuition and trusting your gut, because this was a huge test for you. You're never going to let this happen again. You won't. You won't. And it's not because you're going to close your heart and become a person who lives in the woods off grid. I feel some of you may, if you want to, but I just feel this energy here, Saggy, that you're not emotionally invested in this anymore. And it is going to, even though it hurts, it's going to allow you to really understand your intuition and know when to trust it and know when to say, I don't think that's right. I don't think I'm going to be involved in this. You're just going to trust it. So it was a big test. It was needed so that you know now when you were spot on that you can just trust and believe and know that it's coming for you. All right. So you're in the midst of leaving something or someone that no longer serves you, and someone may be leaving you. But this is actually this loss is allowing you the huge opportunity of growth and prosperity and potential that is not meant to be integrated with this person or this company. Blackbird, clear communication and attentive listening. You're not going to question the communication now with spirit. Love this. Look out for the blackbirds. Also feel like the blackbirds, there's a little bit of Odin energy here. So you may be a little bit, got some clairvoyance, dreamers out here. But I just feel like there's something here towards the end of the month that's coming up for you that is going to allow you to foresee or foreshadow something in dream form of the next step or direction you will be going. And you have to trust it. You have to trust it. So keep a dream journal. All right. That's what I got for you, Saggy. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn. We have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and the bonus. We still have a bonus too. Don't forget. You are moving out of town. Is that a bad thing, Allison? Be a nice change for you. You've been seeing the ravens a lot, Star? It's cool. I have 2 ravens that kind of went away in the wintertime, but they just came back. I guess because I'm putting certain food out now. So they're a little bit skittish though, but I'm trying to friend the ravens. I'm so trying to. All I can friend seem to be deer and chipmunks and squirrels. I had a chipmunk that was eating out my hand today because it was I was trying to put peanuts out in the dish that I have in there, and he just was like, he was like a cat. He just wanted to get the food before he even had the food out, so he just ripped it out of my hand. It was cute. I was like, simmer down. All right, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, you will have a bonus mid-month check-in, and the All Signs only release at Harmonia Friends Club at the end of this week. Reminder that this channel is going to be quiet for the rest of the month, but I will be back in June. But if you want to check out new content, Harmonia Friends Club. Capricorn. Ace of Cups here, reversed. Nine of Swords. Oh, I like this for you. Something's coming full circle. It's meant to be stated now. You're meant to be heard now. This was something in the past that you may have not been ready to go for. It was based upon conditions. It didn't feel like the right time, but you've made peace with something or about some scenario about the past. It is something that you felt guilty about, shameful about. They always like to make me subtract. So it has to do with the 5 of Cups. But there is forgiveness that is needed. You are very well aware of that whatever this forgiveness isn't always the most comfortable thing to do. But with Judgment here as your strength, you absolutely know that you're ready for this. And so you are addressing this in a very quick and sharp manner. Whether this is being inspired with writing, whether this is being an influencer of some sort, whether this is being authentic and showing up how you are in a connection with an individual, you're being very sharp. Okay. But what's interesting with this sharpness, and this is usually a card here of really quick energy. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. You're going to see a really big reward, really big. And some of you, you're putting your stuff out there on the World Wide Web. Others of you, if it's not that, it's the energy here of, because I mean, you got Judgment here and the World. So that's the last card of Major Arcana. So it's kind of like you pass the test by striking this off your bucket list. This is it. This is it. And there's something here that you're going after this month. And this is beautiful for you because you weren't ready for yourself. You weren't ready to do this beginning before, but something's changed in you. You're addressing this now. I just keep hearing forgiveness. Yeah. You don't want to miss out anymore. Everything had its purpose. Everything had its reason. You made some poor choices in the past and some choices here that you didn't make because you didn't take them. But that is still making a choice, Spirit is saying. Yeah. Sometimes we procrastinate or sometimes we hold off on doing anything and Spirit's reminding you, but that's a choice. So you're seeing that. You're looking at that. You're evaluating that. And again, there's that 5 of Cups. I was feeling energy here before, and there's that 5 she's staring at. There's something here about like, can I forgive myself for those mishaps and grab an opportunity and just be myself and see how it goes? What's this communication about? What's this quick movement about? It's mental clarity of some sort. Oh, your happiness. You can't get any more mental clarity than this. Leo, get the hell out of here. This is your happiness. This is about being present, showing up authentically and going, this is me. And I'm going to be confident about it. And I have clarity about it. It's also a card of massive awareness for Capricorn. Gosh. And by doing so, you are bringing in an opportunity. You're taking an opportunity. I like this. I'm curious what this opportunity is addressing with the world. What is it? Oh, get out of here. You got the Fool twice. You weren't ready then, but you're ready now. You weren't ready then, but you're ready now. Be excited. Look at all those butterflies, the ascension process. You grew up. You realize that, fuck it, I'm going to just be myself and see what happens and show up in an authentic way and see what opportunities come out that way, come towards me. And guess what? There's opportunities coming in many different forms, whether this is traveling, whether this is online, whether this is amongst new individuals. You're going to be very well received this month by making a quick decision to face a fear. Forgive yourself for not honoring something or being confused or failing, and going after your dream or going after your desire, or just opening up, some of you opening up to love again. That's awesome. All right, let's see what animal here is for Capricorn. Oh, we got a mythical animal here, but I love it. This is perfect energy for you. You got the dragon. Find your inner strength and transformation. All about transformation. And I love it because we just had the 12th here yesterday, and that was all in the full moon energy. So there's something here that you were sitting in the moon's energy that is ready to be received by the end of this month. So just have that inner strength and courage to go for it. That's what I got for you. Okay, Aquarius is up. I think Capricorn might have gotten the best reading. One of the best readings tonight. All right. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, your mid-month check-in bonus will be released at Harmonia Friends Club at the end of this week. Reminder that this channel will be quiet for a couple of weeks, but I will be back in June. But if you want more content, go over Harmonia Friends Club. Two of Swords. Temperance reversed. Okay, someone is pulling back from you. There's irritability with this connection. There's temperament. There's wishy-washiness. There's somebody here that's making you feel very wishy-washy. There's uncertainty here. You're facing some kind of uncertainty, but it's not aligned yet anyway. So I feel this impatient energy here of like, it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ready. And I feel this energy of Aquarius going, when is it ready? When is it ready? When is it ready? Well, it's not. And some of you are like, I'm getting so damn old. Like I went from a page to an old man. It's not ready yet. So there's a lot of fears coming out about age, past, uncertainty. I feel like whatever this is that's happening for this month has to do with realigning what is right for you. And some of you are doubting something or a situation that it is going to come together, or it's going to align, or it's all going to work out. But there is some things that you are clearing in this energy. So it feels rocky. And I feel like, honestly, they're showing me 3 cups here. So 1, 2, 3. So it's an emotional imbalance when it comes to relationships, connections. But it's also bringing up a lot of energy about your past connections. God, this is so many cups. Well, let's see. 6 minus this is 5 minus the 2 here. It's back to the 3 of cups. It has to do with connections. This might have to do with your lineage as well. 3 circles, connections. There's something here that you have uncertainty that you'll be able to break a connection or a blockage. Whether you like it or not, you're moving. You may not know the moves that you're making, but you're moving. Now, the Chariot is Cancer energy, so this whatever this energy of like uncertainty is not something where you're going to get a quick answer. It's happening sometime this summer for you. So it's not happening necessarily, but it's moving towards the instability here. Ooh, with strength. I love how they're going in order. Chariot to strength. Your pride's getting kicked. Your pride is getting kicked. But this is the time here that I feel like the universe is asking you to be resilient and allow the emotions to come up and to pay honor to them. You're no longer in a fishbowl. I always see fishbowl with this older man. The fish swimming in here. You're opening up the seas. You're meant to be in a bigger area, bigger environment. New terrain. Oof. More lion energy. You may have Leo in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This time of uncertainty or energy where you may not feel good enough, maybe because it's because of a breakup, maybe because it's because something is turmoil in your life, but whatever it is, it's actually building your courage. It's actually allowing you to show up in a very confident way. Some of you, it's showing up in creativity. It's taking stock of your life. It's being expressive with the arts. And if it's not that, it's just being confident in your moves, even when you don't have the offers there, even then when you don't know what's next. It's being confident that it's okay. I don't have to deny it. I don't have the answers to the future. I don't have the answers of why this isn't aligning the way I want it to, but I'm going to have the confidence and the courage and the integrity to move forward. You're being called upon to take some massive actions of courage and do the right thing. What is right to you? Not necessarily uncertainty of what's right for the certain situation, which was a fishbowl. It's putting yourself out there in a way that is not structured. It's natural to you. Oh, I like that for you. Let's see what animals with you. Lots of cats here. Lots of lions. Ooh, a unicorn. 23 comes to a 5. The 23rd may be a significant date for you in May, but it says believe in the magic and purity of the heart. As long as you have a pure heart, and trust the situation of magic, watch it happen. Watch it happen. You know, I also think of, with the unicorn, it's fantasy driven. All right. This is a time here where you may have had your fantasy kind of pop in your face. You may have had a reality check of some sort, but this reality check has made you uncertain about the next moves. It has to do with the past. But the final decision here is now you take actions of doing the right thing. Have integrity with this. Have a pure heart with this. As long as you show up that way, there's no way it can go wrong for you. All right, let's see what's going on here for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder, your mid-month check-in will be at Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area, on the end of the week. And that this channel is going to be quiet until June, but I'll be back. But if you want updates, go and join Harmonia Friends Club. All exclusive content over there. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Pisces, what's going on here? Okay. There is a scenario here where you feel you may, I feel almost you're a very nurturing and loving person. You may have Earth in your chart, but there's something going on in your life where you're starting to see a pattern that you're recognizing in a scenario. Now, this could be work, this could be a friendship, but whatever it is, there's some insecurities coming out. Yes, you did, Michelle, go back. And it was a really good reading for Capricorn. The Six of Pentacles is a card here of fairness, of an equal give and take. And there's something here with this pentacle, which adds a 7, where you know that if you give this, that you are setting a standard of some sort. Ooh, so I have some kind of fear here for this Pisces going, if I give a little bit more, is this individual going to take advantage of me, of what I have to offer? Because I'm asking to break ground. I'm asking to build a foundation, break ground. It's this energy that I feel. There's a new foundation that's coming in place here. Okay. There's fear of being taken advantage of. Some of you, this is business. Some of you, it's by a client, overgiving. There's fear here. No uprights yet, so it's not a chance. I mean, no reversals yet, so this is just all upright. Here it comes, but you can't lie about this. You're going to approach this differently. I feel that whoever you're offering this to, now someone could be doing this to you as well. This can be flipped. But Pisces, there's this energy. I'm going to just say to you to keep the story straight. Flip it if it's the other way around. I feel like you are giving somebody a shot, but you want to be very honest about your insecurities and why you took a time out to reflect before you gave into the scenario. So there are no secrets on this table when this offer is presented. None. This is something here where the insecurities come with, I've done this before and I've taken on too much. I ended up having more responsibilities than I could handle. And I want to do this in a pace that feels right to me. You are offering something that is pretty darn big, but at the same time, you're putting down a stature here of saying, this can't be taken advantage of, and this is how, and this is why, because in the past, this has happened to me. Six of Pentacles. In the past, this has happened to me. I have been burdened by accepting an offer, accepting a gift, giving something out, and then having all of a sudden all the responsibilities laid on me. This is something here where you're saying it has to be an equal give and take. So let's talk about this so that we both feel that this is fair, because you don't want to be burdened with someone else's shit where you can't take in anymore. Because I feel like I feel this energy that somebody here is asking something of you that is more than you are ready to give, but you're choosing to give it with the ultimatum here of being honest with them, of saying, this is why I don't just give this out to anybody, which is smart, but you're being optimistic. So I actually see you handing the opportunity, but saying, if I see something where it starts to feel like this, don't be surprised if I make judgment here to get the fuck out, which is smart. I mean, this is a Pisces who's smart about it. A lot of you, this is business related. Links. Find hidden truth. Follow your intuition. Find hidden truth. 30. The 30th may be a significant day for you. So this is just trust your intuition, but you may lay the secrets out, but just know that the person that you're dealing with, as blunt as you may be, they might actually reciprocate the more blunt you are. So if you are giving something and then saying it doesn't really matter, they may feel your vibe and it may not be returned the same way. So Spirit is asking you to look at the hidden truth. Look at the hidden truth of the situation for you. And you'll be able to see, as long as you're open to it, of being honest in here, this person will probably reciprocate back to you. And then trust your intuition with it. And if it doesn't feel right for you, you have the judgment with you. So just be open with the calls and moves that you make. All right. Aries is up. All right, so when we get to the final sign, because it's already happening, it happens. This is where everybody dives off because I said the readings are done, they're over with. But also, I just want to take the time to send so much love to you guys and appreciation. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed so that when you get the updates, and I will be quiet for a little bit on this channel for a couple of weeks that I keep saying over and over again, but people are looking at the timestamp, so I have to keep saying the message. But if you want more messages from me while I am taking some downtime time, there will always be messages over at Harmonia Friends Club. They're not going to be all videos, but I have a whole timeless vault that you can check out. And that should hold you over until I get back in June. Okay, so I will be back in June. Make sure you guys are setting your notifications. And also, this will be the time to make sure that you like the video. And this would also be the time where Nancy has started it, but it's bonus train time. So what does bonus train mean? So the bonus is go ahead, start commenting bonus to get the algorithm back up. So it helps the channel grow. It also allows you to put your energy into it because the bonus reading may be for you, And I ask you to keep going. Don't just say bonus once, keep going. Okay. Just don't want to say bonus, 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 because sometimes you get flagged or spammed. So change it all up. Look, Michelle's like bonus mother trucking train. I got it. She's all in it right here. Love it, Michelle. It's great. So go ahead. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Let's get that up. It always works. And we'll get Aries in next. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your love and support. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Nine of Swords. Seven of Cups. All right, this is where people are going to drop, but they're not coming back. You're not going to get closure the way that you want to. there is a tremendous energy of anxiety about a relationship that was unfinished business. Now, some of you, it's not coming back because they're not here anymore. But there's something specifically coming up where you're being asked to forgive. This is where I lose people. No, forgiveness is not about other people. It's about you. This is something here where you've been pondering on if you'll ever find the answers, why something happened to you, why you didn't get picked, why you didn't get selected, why a person here chose differently. But look at this. You got the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords with the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords. This is final. This is an ending. You're choosing. You are choosing to end something. The anxiety, the what ifs, the missed opportunities. If I was with this person, or if this person was here, if we just had that time so that we could resolve a scenario. It's a resolution that you were looking for. But you have the Sword of Truth here, which is huge. This is going to be a month where you go within, where you're pulling away from individuals, not in a way that you are isolating to the point where like everyone's wondering where the hell Aries is. This is Aries here who's on a huge soulful journey here. Soul retrieval, all the fragment parts that got kind of dispersed by this scenario. So you are looking upon something, just kind of like that collective reading that I said, that you don't get stuck in the past, but you're evaluating something here on what your happiness is, having faith and trusting the process. And you're really illuminating the amount of fear that you have for the future. Can't make this up. And you're letting it go. Some of you are going to be dreaming about an individual, especially if this is a past loved one, where you'll be able to find some closure within that dream. Others of you, it's a ceremony or a ritual you do for yourself, could even be in the moon's energy. But I do feel you are emotionally letting something go to look at opportunities in a whole different light. A whole different light. Look what you're going towards. Support, happiness, community, solid friendships, family. I just feel what you're leaving behind is the need to have some kind of perfect closure, and looking at the option of things happen the way that they did, but it shouldn't stop me from living. It shouldn't stop me from being authentic. It shouldn't stop me from being amongst the living. You know, you go from the hermit energy and you're walking away, and what you're walking towards is really solid relationships, family. Some of you, this is your children, but it's like everything's coming full circle for you this month, and letting something go that just, you know, you're realizing it had its part, but it also, the reason it had its part was to lead you right here, right at this moment, right where you need to be. What animal is with you? This is a beautiful reading for Aries. Even though it's hard, and I get it, because the idea of expecting someone to change or to try to change the past, you're realizing that's not possible. hawk. You're gaining a perspective and observing from above. The 18th is also a significant day for you for May. But this is the perception. You are gaining a whole different light by pulling yourself out of the story and getting kind of a whole family view of it from above. Okay, that's what I got. Thanks, guys, for all doing the bonus train. We're going to get up to the bonus next. This is our final reading for the night. Yep. I'm going to do one final shuffle. Everybody caught up? Reminder here, too, that since this is the final reading for May, well, here on the public side, that you can also become a member at Harmonia Friends Club. But there's also a giveaway. Make sure once you become a member that you check out the Ravens Grimoire giveaway. You have to manually enter for this. And there's only a certain amount of entry spots left. Once it's filled, it's filled. But I will be announcing the winner when I am back here publicly after my vacation. I don't know if I would call it a vacation. Is renovating a vacation? Is seeing family a vacation? Some of it will feel like it. Is getting stuff around the house done a vacation? I'm excited, though. Can be, yeah, it can be. The good thing I'm not going to be with the whole family dynamic through the whole thing. It's only, for a little bit. All right. Collective. Here we go. The rest of May. What's in store for us? The Ace of Pentacles reversed. You're not ready. You're receiving something. There's a missing piece. You have a missing piece, and the missing piece has to do with your lineage. It has to do with the past. But the challenge here is to make something materialize in this reality. And it hasn't happened yet. You can feel it, but it hasn't happened yet. And some of you feel like, am I cursed? Why isn't it here yet? Some of you, it's a relationship. It's like, am I gonna be single the rest of my life? Or am I ever going to get ahead financially? But you are receiving something this month. And you see that wand that she's holding? She's got two of them. There's something about the direction that is, and I like how this Three of Wands, usually it's waiting for the ships to come in, but she's on the ship. So there's something here about a course redirection. You're being redirected in a different direction. Who's holding this wand, though? You are being redirected. God is like, I'm going to bring a storm in and we're going to change that sail to a different direction. But it's going to be in a weird way because you thought something was coming and you're like, oh, it's here. But then all of a sudden it's like, what do you mean there's a delay? What's happening? Well, I guess I have this in my hands now. What the hell am I supposed to do with the world? Well, the world is a reward. The world is a reward. We're going to pull a little bit longer for this one. Yeah. Page of Cups. Somebody pulls away. Something here where, gosh, it's like you got all excited for this. And you're like, oh, it's finally here. Or I really feel like it's going to happen this month. And then something sets your sails, turns it around, and is like, well, what the fuck was that? What the hell's that? That wasn't exactly what I wanted. There's an immaturity around this. There's something here that it's like an offer that really wasn't it. An illusion. You were an illusion. It wasn't materialized because you saw something, whether it was in a person or an opportunity, where the opportunity really wasn't in the person, it's within you. You're in the boat. You're in the boat. This is very different than the Rider-Waite-Smith, but that's what they're trying to point out. You're in the boat. This was the only one that was upright. The gift is you. So God is shifting you and reminding you of your worth. And so what you're facing is an opportunity to look at something differently. And some of you are looking at a person differently. Oh my goodness. It's like you're reevaluating, going, well, no wonder that didn't work out. That didn't go in my favor. Justice is here. That wasn't even aligned to me. I was lying to myself. I was giving it away. This redirection, even though it feels like an injustice and that you're paying severe consequences for an illusion, I also feel like it's to remind you who the reward is. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I could do this all by myself. Spirit going to help me? I have to send this and do this on my own. This is even more work. But you already did the hard work. You already did the hard work. You already put in your time, your effort. The 10 of Wands is a 10. So it's, you can't hold this anymore. So this weight, Spirit was pushing off your sails because it was not the direction that would be good for you. Everything is going to come out this month. You're going to, all the stuff that was hidden and you didn't know why it was working out that way, was not because you were cursed, was not because you're not good enough, was because you were being redirected. And this wasn't something that really fit you anymore. You asked for something better. So this is all the lies coming out. This is all the shit that didn't serve you coming out. Some of you are looking at an individual and looking at it like, oh my gosh, I thought they were like, I don't know, Fabio. Now you look at them, you're like, they look like a trash can. What the hell happened? Well, you have a different perception of them now. You have a different perception of you. Some of you, it's all the years you put in a service of some sort. And it's like, all of a sudden you change a position. You're like, what the hell did I get out of this? Whether you're let go or something is just drops out of your life. It's not that you're cursed. It's that you're breaking a lineage of things that no longer serve you. See, in the past, your lineage here had faced similar scenarios, but they didn't have the courage here to face the unlucky, to face the things that weren't meant to be. You're facing it, but the way that you're facing it is going, that wasn't right for me anyway. That wasn't right. I don't have bad luck. It's just not the right timing. I'm being protected. The universe is working behind the scenes for you in a huge way. And how is it working? I'm just wondering underneath the deck. Behind the scenes, Spirit is saying. Behind the scenes, you got the moon energy. Trust whenever you put something out, especially if you're doing your moon rituals and things like that, whatever what you're trying to manifest or you put out, it's you ask for something better. That's just the rule. You ask for something better, right? There were opportunity here that weren't missed. They were just not ready, and they weren't really ready to receive the reward of you. So this resilience is your reward, because what you're going to be receiving endures resilience. So yes, your pride may be hit, but you have to remember you are manifesting something huge. So trust the process. Let's see what animals here. Here we go. The panther. Be bold and determined in your goals. Trust. 6 is harmony. It's about cooperation. You're looking up just like the fool looks up. Trust your ancestors are supporting you. Trust that the universe is supporting you and has your back, and that the things that are being considered losses right now in this month are being removed, and to endure your resilience, because you're going to need it for what you're asking for, because what you're asking for is not something small. I can feel it right now. Some of you, it's a business that you're trying to create. Others of you, it's a relationship here that it's a power couple dynamic. But there's just something about what you're asking for is of service. And the service is trust that you are being tested for this service. Can you handle this? Will you be able to handle what you actually manifest? Because most people, if they manifest quickly, they can't handle it, and that's how they lose it. So consider these tests on, can you handle this? And be ready, because it's coming a lot sooner than anticipated. It's just not this month, but this is the month here of realizing the illusion is broken. All right, guys, sending you so much love. Thank you so much for those of you who stayed on by. Like I said, I will be back here in June. If you want to have updates and information about where my whereabouts are, or if you want to get channel messages or some tarot readings, go check out Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area. It is a small monthly fee. And there's 2 tier choices to choose from. You can just be in the seeker circle, which is just readings itself, or you can join the Fool's Journey, which is more for in-depth individuals who are wanting not just to test their intuition, but to find a community here to help utilize their skills. A lot of light workers are over there too, just to be anchored in. So encourage you to go check it out. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care, and I will see you next month. All right. Bye.